We'll get a quick word with Mike here in a moment. He's making his way over. The legend, the pride of Brownsville. Mike, can I ask? The world is excited to see you one last time, perhaps. Can you just tell us the emotions, the thoughts that are going through your mind right now?
Talking's over.
Why did you push him there? All right, that's it.
I don't know the fuck you playing with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. Play no motherfucking games. Play with me. And that's my personality. Like right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
At the press conference, chaos erupted as Mike Tyson lunged at Floyd Mayweather, transforming a routine media event into a pulse-pounding spectacle. Gasps tore through the crowd, chairs scraped across the floor, and cameras wobbled as security scrambled frantically. For a heart-stopping moment, it seemed like fists might fly under the glaring lights. Tyson advanced, jaw tight and eyes blazing, while Mayweather held his ground, trading sharp words that only stoked the tension. Within seconds, handlers, staff, and stunned onlookers surged onto the stage, physically wedging themselves between the two legends to prevent an all-out brawl. What was supposed to be promotional theater exploded into a jaw-dropping display, leaving everyone questioning just how real and how volatile this rivalry truly was.
The world is excited to see you one last time, perhaps. Can you just tell us the emotions, the thoughts that are going through your mind right now?
Talking's over.
Why did you push him there?
Floyd Mayweather's composure began to crack as the tension surged, his voice rising and gestures sharpening, while the energy on stage turned volatile. Sensing the moment tipping toward chaos, members of his team quickly closed in, placing steady hands on his shoulders and speaking low. Urgent words meant to cool the fire before it exploded. Cameras flashed wildly as security tightened the perimeter, and for a heartbeat it felt like one wrong move could ignite something uncontrollable. But with careful restraint and firm guidance, his camp managed to ease him back, preventing the confrontation from spiraling into something far more intense than anyone in the room was prepared for. Floyd Mayweather leaned into the microphone, his voice calm but edged with confidence, explaining that staying in control is second nature to him. "It's easy for me," he said, almost matter-of-factly. "This is my routine. I've been here before, I do this every time, and I keep doing it." There was a practiced ease in his words, a quiet reminder that for all the chaos swirling around him, he's mastered the art of navigating it, turning potential explosions into controlled theater, and proving once again why he's one of the most composed fighters in the world, both inside and outside the ring.
Oh, I don't really worry about that. This is easy. This is what I do. I'm a fighter, so I don't worry about anything. Once again, I've been a professional 25 years, then fought the best, then seen every style, and always came out on top.
As the room buzzed with unease, murmurs flitted through the crowd. What if Tyson actually hit Floyd? The thought hung in the air, electric and unsettling. But Jeff Mayweather stepped forward, his voice steady and authoritative, cutting through the tension. He reassured everyone that both men are consummate professionals, bound by contract and respect for the sport. They'll honor the deal, get their money, and walk away peacefully, he emphasized, grounding the room in a hard dose of reality. For all the chaos and intensity swirling around the press conference, his words reminded everyone that this spectacle, as wild as it seemed, had rules, limits, and a promise of order behind the drama.
Well, Tyson, if there were some pre-arrangement for this fight, Tyson's animosity, well documented towards Floyd. Any chance that he's going in there and saying, "Hey, screw all, I don't care what agreement was made, if there was one at all, I want to kill this dude"?
Nah. He gonna get a check. Floyd's gonna get a check. And they're gonna get a check that's real huge because of their names. So nobody's finna f their money up.
Mike Tyson leaned in, eyes sharp and voice low but intense, breaking down the stark contrast between himself and Floyd. Floyd's slick, flashy, he's smooth, all finesse and speed. Tyson said, his tone measured but unmistakably loaded with edge. Me? I bring real pain, real power. When I land, it hits, and you feel it. The distinction was clear. Two legends, two completely different approaches, and two forces that demand respect in entirely separate ways. One built on precision and agility, the other on raw, bone-crushing impact.
I was just never the fly, slick, black fighter. You know, I was just very serious, and I was just very hard and mean. I didn't like the slickness. It was all about hurting and pain.
Evander Holyfield didn't hesitate, his voice steady with conviction as he weighed in. I'd take Mike Tyson over Floyd any day, he said, eyes locking with the camera, as if daring anyone to challenge him. Tyson's style is unique. He's almost untouchable. He doesn't give you a clean shot. Every move, every punch, it's calculated to make you miss and feel the impact. That's what makes him a nightmare for any fighter in the ring. His words carried the weight of experience, a veteran's clear-eyed assessment of why Tyson's raw power and defensive genius set him apart from even the slickest opponents.
Wait, hold up. Are you saying you got Tyson?
I got Tyson.
You got Tyson over Mayweather? That's huge. Well, I just got Floyd because he's younger. 10 years younger, fast, elusive.
Yeah, I hear bigger punches, man. You're gonna get toe up.
Really?
Of course.
So if Tyson lands on Floyd, Floyd's going down?
Yeah.
But so when he fought Jake Paul, some fans, you know, they weren't too impressed with Tyson's performance versus Jake Paul. Do you think you'll have a better one versus Floyd?
I just think if they compete, you're gonna get.
I like that. You're sticking with your boy Tyson, though. You're loyal.
Well, I'm just
heavyweight size.
He don't let nobody get the. He ain't gonna let nobody get the best of him.
Even at his age, Mike Tyson moves like a man half his years, his body coiled and explosive in the sparring ring. Every jab, hook, and uppercut lands with a speed and precision that seems almost unreal, while his power still rattles the pads and echoes off the walls. His trainer watches, jaw tight, eyes wide, barely able to hide his astonishment at the level of skill and intensity Tyson still commands. A living reminder that true greatness doesn't fade with time.
Exactly, Mike! Beautiful roll, Mike! Excellent! Excellent!
Complete game. Beautiful game. Complete. There's nothing to say. You're complete.
Exactly, just enough! Beautiful roll, Mike! Excellent roll! Excellent defense, champ! This is the perfect head position. This we talk about it. 40 seconds.
You are winning the fight, so there's no reason for you to rush. We are winning the fight. All good for us.
Clean shot, Mike! Excellent! Nice left hook! Up.
We're done. The job is over. We're done.
4, 3, 2, 1, and time!
Oh, great boys, man.
On the other side of the gym, Floyd Mayweather is a study in disciplined intensity. Every movement deliberate, every punch crisp and measured. His speed snaps like a whip, his technique razor-sharp, and his energy explosive yet controlled, as if every motion has been honed to perfection over decades. Even in the most grueling sessions, he maintains flawless form and focus, a testament to the mastery and precision that has made him one of the most technically brilliant fighters in boxing history.
Slide and drop. Punch it, here we go. Drop. Walking. Pitch it. 6. Punch it. Pitch it. Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance.
Floyd Mayweather sets his sights on a showdown with Mike Tyson, fully aware of the storm it would create. He knows these exhibition bouts are magnets for attention, pulling in audiences by the millions and smashing viewership records. just like Tyson's recent face-off with Jake Paul. Every fan, every media outlet, every social feed lights up at the mere mention of their names in the same ring, promising a spectacle that's equal parts sport, drama, and cultural event.
I'll be able to beat him. I mean, remember when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao? Like, he waited until Manny got knocked spark out from Marquez, and then he was like, yeah, now's my time to fight him. I just don't believe that Floyd would have fought Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson didn't fight Jake Paul. But Floyd seen that Mike Tyson couldn't hardly walk to the ring. When he got to the ring, he couldn't move around. Jake Paul was running circles around him. And that being said, I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, like huge. But we see what Floyd's doing here. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get in there with Mike Tyson, who couldn't do anything with Jake Paul. I'm going to get millions of dollars. Well, yeah, I'm up for that. But again, I don't blame Floyd Mayweather for doing this. In boxing, I always say, you know, there's not much money in it for the regular people like me and you if you're a fighter. But for someone like Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson, they will earn absolutely millions of dollars.
Mike Tyson's name alone ignites a frenzy, pulling massive crowds and capturing global attention wherever he goes. His legendary career, fearsome power, and larger-than-life persona turn every appearance into an event, guaranteeing media coverage, fan excitement, and intense anticipation. Even without throwing a single punch, Tyson commands the spotlight, proving time and again that his presence alone can captivate the imagination and focus of boxing fans across the world.
There's also the aspect of it where the new fan base is always curious about the old-time fighters, which is why Tyson always gets views even today, because people are always curious about the Mike Tyson mystique, the Mike Tyson effect. So people that weren't able to be alive and wake up the morning of a Mike Tyson fight to know what that feels like, you know, want to feel that today. I promise you, it's nothing like it was in 1989 with Tyson, no matter what you guys want to feel. But regardless, I think people get curious about that. And I think this is going to be sort of the same thing. There's nothing that's going to match the Mayweather-Pacquiao era of that time where they were flying and people wanted to see that fight. This is not going to be that feeling on the morning of. But like the champ said, on the morning of, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, I think you're gonna end up, you know, ordering that pay-per-view or watching on Netflix, whatever. This is on Netflix. So
Jeff Mayweather explains that Floyd Mayweather's comeback isn't just about fighting; it's a strategic
Jeff Mayweather breaks it down clearly. Floyd's comeback isn't just about stepping back into the ring; it's a calculated strategy. Even years after retirement, Floyd's name still carries enormous weight, and fans can't look away. By returning, he's leveraging that fame, generating massive revenue, and proving he still has the skills and power that once made him untouchable. This isn't about chasing belts or taking reckless risks. It's about playing it smart, maximizing opportunities, and showing the world that his dominance isn't just history. It's still very much alive.
I don't think I'm going to be in his corner. I mean, I've never really been in his corner. I mean, a long time ago when I first got him signed, yeah, I was in his corner. But other than that, no, I don't think that I'll be in his corner.
I mean, obviously he's coming.
I'll be there to support him, but I won't be in his corner.
No, of course. Do you think the comeback is like for like a title run, or is it like you know, like do you think he's going to kind of go after some of the top guys, or is it just kind of like he wants to come back, got a couple more pro fights, rob the bank?
I think that if he comes back, he's going to come back in a way where it's going to be smart and it's going to benefit him. You know, and I think that, you know, his name is bigger than still bigger than anybody that's out there today. And that in itself is going to sell. So basically, you know, I mean, he's going to have to fight somebody one day. And I think that that one day is when everybody will find out how much he has left.
In the build-up to a potential clash with Mike Tyson, Jeff Mayweather highlights just how clever Floyd's strategy really is. These two fighters are icons of completely different eras and styles. Floyd with his slick defensive mastery, Tyson with his raw, bone-crushing power and relentless aggression. Jeff emphasizes that a matchup like this practically sells itself. Their reputations alone are a magnet for fans. People are eager to see just how much Floyd has left in the tank, much like the anticipation that surrounded Pacquiao's comebacks. While a new generation of fighters rises, none carry the fame or legacy that Floyd does. A showdown with Tyson wouldn't just test his enduring skill. It would showcase his intelligence in selecting opponents who bring both challenge and spectacle, turning the fight into a must-watch historic moment for boxing enthusiasts everywhere.
I mean, it's a shame that that's probably one of the biggest fights in boxing now. And that's ridiculous. I mean, with all these other young fighters, nobody still hasn't got to that height of fame. And that's a shame. I mean, but there are a lot of good young fighters that, that I see myself growing up, coming up, and I mean, that I really like, but I don't think that right now their name and their talent, and their fame haven't reached to that level yet.
Floyd Mayweather's return to the ring isn't just about chasing adrenaline. It's a calculated move tied to finances and legacy. DJ Vlad reports that a major jeweler hinted Floyd might be feeling financial pressure, despite having earned hundreds of millions over his career. Extravagant spending on private jets, luxury cars, and high-end jewelry may have outpaced even his substantial investments. Vlad notes a truth many overlook. Even athletes with massive earnings can face challenges if spending runs unchecked. For Floyd, a constant high-profile lifestyle leaves virtually no margin for error, making a comeback not just smart, it's almost a financial necessity.
Yeah, you know what's crazy, and I don't know whether it's true, but I was hanging out at Wes Watson's house. Right, he's a big fitness influencer.
Yeah, I know
who he is, right? So we did a house tour.
Bald headed dude.
Yeah, white dude, big,
prisoner guy.
Prisoner guy, right? Exactly. So when we're getting ready to shoot, he's got these kind of people at his house,
right?
And there's this old school jeweler dude there. They're oh, this is one of the OG jeweler guys. This is who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not gonna say who it is. He's Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm how could he be broke? He's yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like crazy.
I mean, it only could go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
Analysts contend that Floyd Mayweather has reshaped modern boxing by carefully picking opponents and managing situations to preserve his perfect 50-0 record. By prioritizing personal legacy over pure sporting integrity, he crafted a career as much about strategy outside the ring as skill inside it. Critics argue this approach has fostered a generation of fans who chase spectacle rather than technical mastery, drawn to viral highlights and YouTube clips instead of traditional competition, forever changing how boxing is consumed and celebrated.
But you would think that your investments would continue to grow,
right?
As long as you keep your spending under wraps. Like right now, I could retire right now. This could be my last interview ever.
Right.
And with my investments, I invested into a lot of great companies like Google and Amazon and Tesla over the years, and those companies have all grown and continue to grow, right? And I could actually borrow money against my stock portfolio without even selling my stocks.
Right.
So I assumed that Mayweather was in a similar spot because he made so much cash, and if you invested even in common stocks, you should do pretty well. But I mean, listen, Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that. I've never
Analysts
met him.
contend that Floyd Mayweather has reshaped modern boxing by carefully picking opponents and managing situations to preserve his perfect 50-0 record. By prioritizing personal legacy over pure sporting integrity, he crafted a career as much about strategy outside the ring as skill inside it. Critics argue this approach has fostered a generation of fans who chase spectacle rather than technical mastery, drawn to viral highlights and YouTube clips instead of traditional competition, forever changing how boxing is consumed and celebrated.
Who allowed this? Who looks at it now and says he's 50-0? A generation, the first generation of boxing fans who don't box. Tattoos all over. You will shoot somebody down for $1, right? You will play around and beat up a bum who's drunk out of his mind so you can put it on YouTube, right? but you won't put on the gloves. You won't go to a local gym and put on the gloves. And you have killed boxing. You have killed something that saved me from a life of being a victim. Okay? You have done it. And you have destroyed boxing in such a way, Floyd Mayweather fans and Floyd Mayweather. You have destroyed boxing in such a big way that even Crawford and Canelo can't save
While
it.
fighters like Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez showcase extraordinary talent, they cannot fully restore boxing's old credibility because Mayweather's precedent normalized avoiding the toughest challenges. Comparisons to legends like Sugar Ray Leonard ducking Marvin Hagler show his strategy isn't entirely new, yet its influence on the sport is unmatched. Analysts warn that even a high-profile exhibition against Mike Tyson can't undo the long-term impact. Mayweather would never have faced Tyson in his prime, one of the quickest and most brutal heavyweights, highlighting the enduring consequences his career decisions have left on boxing.
Your choices on boxing.
Crawford and Canelo can't save it. Because by the time September 14th comes, it's back to the circus of Tank Davis and Jake Paul. And I was on Tank Davis' side. Most of you know that. I'm done with him too. Okay? I will officially say that he ducked Lamont Roach Jr. And you know, I don't say everybody ducks everybody. I don't say that. Okay? I don't say that. Jack Dempsey ducked Howard Wills, Harry Wills. Sugar Ray Leonard, when he was supposed to be fighting Marvin Hagler, when Marvin Hagler was in his prime and begging Sugar Ray Leonard for a fight, Sugar Ray Leonard ducked Marvin Hagler. Floyd Mayweather Jr. ducked Manny Pacquiao.
Michael Irvin reacts to Floyd Mayweather's unexpected decision to unretire after his April exhibition with Mike Tyson with a mix of disbelief and intrigue, particularly amid rumors of financial strain. The notion of Mayweather struggling financially seems almost impossible, given his legacy as a shrewd businessman who redefined boxing's economics. In an era when promoters like Don King earned hundreds of millions, while fighters such as Mike Tyson earned far less, Mayweather flipped the script entirely, controlling his promotions and securing both fight purses and promotional revenue. During his Showtime era, he routinely earned jaw-dropping sums, with checks ranging from $150 million to $175 million, blending his income as both athlete and promoter.
This shocked me. Floyd Mayweather Jr. unretiring. He is 48 years old and going back in to fight again. He will announce that he's unretiring right after the exhibition fight he has against Mike Tyson in April. Now, I say, when I see this, my mind went everywhere because I'm thinking all of the stuff that I've heard, like allegedly he's having money issues and money troubles. And then I didn't know if to believe that because I don't see how you went through that kind of money. And Floyd, I thought, was a brilliant businessman because he was the one that flipped the game. Remember the Don Kings and all of those promoters? They would come in and make hundreds of millions of dollars.
Urban points out that Floyd's return to the ring was completely unexpected, especially given the financial independence he's already secured. The announcement sparks questions about how this comeback might affect his legacy, particularly whether he can preserve the iconic 50-0 record. For fans and analysts alike, the idea of Mayweather facing a legendary heavyweight like Mike Tyson is irresistible, a mix of intense challenge and pure spectacle. This isn't just about chasing a payday. It's a calculated strategy that intertwines legacy, financial savvy, and showmanship, further cementing Mayweather's unmatched influence over the world of boxing.
Mike Tyson will make $25-30 million a year, but Don King made hundreds of millions. Floyd Mayweather flipped the script and said, no promoter, I'm not going to pay you or let you take home that kind of money. I'm going to hire you and I'm going to take home all of the promotion money. When I was with Showtime, with my guy over there, they were taking him checks for $150, $160, $175 million because he was getting paid to box, but also paid as the promoter. This, I never thought would happen. I just never thought it would happen. Now him returning to the ring, how does this affect him moving forward? Does he stay 50-0? I don't believe Florida get a loss on his record.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time.